Turn the lights back off. Hey everybody. I hope everybody's doing alright today. Today I'm going to play with making some flowers for you guys. I haven't done this in a long time, so I've been playing with them already this morning. But I'll start by showing you some of the ones that I've made before. Back before Heartfelt had their handy dandy little molds. So these are some that I just made using shaping tools and a mat. Just using different shaping techniques. Heartfelt makes playing with these kinds of flowers a lot of fun. Because they have so many different stamps and dies available. So you can make all kinds of flowers with their stuff. Well, there we go. I'm trying to get it over here so that I can share it real fast. And here's a rose I made. I didn't stamp this one. I just used their dies. And then just put the rose together. Let's see. This was their cascading fuchsia one. So as you can see, I've always enjoyed playing with their flower molds and their stamps. But today, we're going to use their new one. It's called the Oakberry Blossoms. And it has the stamp and the die, but you also have a shaping mold you can get, which makes it take a lot less time and makes it a lot easier to shape your flowers, and you get more texture on them than you do when you shape them by hand. There's a video on my YouTube where I made these using the one for the roses. But I figured since this one was a new one, we would do a video about this one too. So what I'm using is the Oakberry Lane Blossoms, the stamp. And you've got your different sizes and you've got your leaves. And you can see I just stamped them out on a piece of white paper. And I also stamped some extra ones of the big ones and the medium ones and some extra leaves. But this is one set. And then you take your Oakberry Lane Blossoms, the die set, and you just put them over your flowers. And I use this painter's tape just to make sure they stay still where I want them. I have a magnetic plate for my die cut machine, but I like to use the tape as well, just for a little bit of added insurance that my dies aren't going to move. Try to keep this where y'all can see what's going on. I love the Heartfelt dies and stamps. They are so easy to line up and use. So after I do that, alright, everybody knows this is a die cut machine. And I have my magnetic platform, and then I'll put one of these down, put my paper on there. It's a pretty strong magnet. And put this on top of it. And then I will just run it through. And then I'll run it back. My little brown mat's making it slip and slide on me. Usually I move that, but it's okay. Alright. Alright, so now I have all my flower pieces.
It's just so cool the way that works.
And the painter's tape comes off so easy. And you can ink your flowers before or after you use the die cut machine. That's all a personal preference. I do it afterwards, but I can definitely see the benefits of doing it before because the pieces aren't so small to hold on to. But anyway, now you've got all your little flower pieces. And what I've done is I've already colored mine, since that can be time consuming. And I've colored 2 different sets. I was going to show you the colors that I used. So on the leaves, I used these 2 colors from Versafine, the new Claire inks. These things are so vibrant. I mean, it doesn't take much ink at all. But this is Rainforest and Verdant. And that's what I used on the leaves. And then on the fall color looking ones, I used, it's called Cheerful, Summertime, and Chianti. So those are the 3 colors I used for these. And then we all know blue's my favorite color, so I'm not going to do this and not do blue flowers. I used Warm Breeze and Bluebell to do the blue ones. So after you get your flowers inked up, however you want them, that's when you're going to want to use this 3D Blossoms shaping mold. And I'm sure there's a glare, but I hope you can see that. It's 2 pieces. So you've got your top and your bottom. And you can play with it and turn your flower petals whichever way you want, upside down, right side up. All of it's going to give you a different shape. For these, which I made right before the video, I turned my color face down in my mold. So that's what I'm going to do this time too. So you just want to put your petals in here. And some of their molds, you can tell exactly which way the petals are supposed to face, and some it's just however you put them in there, that's how they're going to be. You're going to get a different shape on each one. So I'm just going to put all my petals in here, just like that. And the mold will fit the amount of petals you get out of your die. All right, let's use these darker green ones. For the leaves. Then once you put them in there, you're just going to put this lid on there. Just like that. And then you're going to use your die cut machine again. And I have found I still have to use my 2 clear things to get a good impression. That's something else you can play with. I guess the more pressure there is, the more texture you're going to get. You know, that kind of thing. Alright. And then I'm just going to run that through. Once I get it where it's supposed to be. There we go. And then when you open it up, and your flowers already have a texture on them. She's over here making all kinds of crazy noises.
No, not all kinds, just one.
And if you look, and it's probably dependent on the ink you use, how it rubbed off some of my ink. So I'm just going to take my dauber and just touch it up a little bit where it rubbed my ink off. Most of that's not going to show anyway. Not once we piece the pieces together. It depends on how OCD you are. And as you can tell, I'm pretty OCD.
Not you.
Yes, me. I have the worst problem with random. I can't do random. Alright, so I'm going to get out this little shaping mat, which this is just one from McGill, but the Heartfelt flower shaping kit comes with one. And then it comes with all the different attachments for your little stylus pen, which this used to be the only thing I used to shape flowers before they came out with these molds. But I'll still use the mat just to keep my surface pliable. And I just kind of push down on the center just to make my petals stick up a little bit more. Just like that. These little bitty ones, you can fold them way up so you can make you a tiny little center in the middle. Not really a lot to do with leaves. Alright, so then you just decide how many petals of each size you want to use. Like on this one, I used 2 of the medium ones and a small one. And then on this one, I used 2 of the bigger ones, 1 medium and 1 small one. You just kind of play with it and see what combination you want to use, how many petals you want to use. Y'all have to pardon me on my sniffling. I have a cold this week. Alright. And just put your petals together. Push the center together to glue them. Like that.
I don't know if people are commenting or not because it's not popping up. So
No, there's people here, but I don't see any comments. But like you said, that doesn't mean they're not commenting. It just means that Facebook's being Facebook.
just so y'all know, if you guys are talking or commenting, they are not popping up on our screen. So if you're trying to talk, just I don't know. I don't know what to say.
You don't know where you were going with that?
I don't know where I was going with that. Just maybe
we're not ignoring
thumbs up
you,
or a heart or something, so that we know that you're there, because we're not getting any comments.
We're definitely not ignoring you. We would never do that. Not on purpose.
And if you haven't been commenting, somebody send us a comment so that we know. Of course, if you do, we don't know how we'll know anyway if we're not seeing it.
You're so silly. So see, it didn't take but a few minutes to make a little flower. Then you can just glue your leaf on the back of it, like I did with these. And then your centers, there are so many options for putting centers in flowers. You can use stamens, you can use micro beads, you can use glitter. All kinds of stuff. I was thinking about maybe putting some glitter on this one around the edges. Let me see.
Huh. Well, your comment just showed up, so I guess nobody wants to talk to us today.
That's okay. They don't have to. We love them anyway. All right. I'm just gonna put some glitter on this one. This is my attempt at random, people. See how well this works. Uh-oh. Is that not open? Oh, there it is. Okay. Look at that. You'd think I'd never used glitter before. Now it's all nice and shiny. Look how pretty that is.
Huh.
And the glitter just gives it a little bit of bling, sort of.
Like bling around here.
Are you picking on my bling?
No,
I think you are.
I'm not.
I think, guys, she's picking on the bling.
No.
Let's see if I got some micro beads I want to use in the center of this. Just use some white ones. Oh, they say clear. That'll work. Alright. So I'm just gonna put some glitter, wow, glue in the center. And then I'm gonna sprinkle my micro beads on there. And then I will just dump out the excess. And there we go. Use a white piece of paper. Maybe they can see it better on that white piece of paper.
You can see the shiny.
Good. So it's that easy to make flowers using the molds. That probably would have taken me 4 times longer trying to shape that by hand. Not that it's not fun to flower shape by hand, but sometimes you just want to get it done so you can get your project done. All right. Well, today's video is going to end up being shorter than they normally are.
Yeah.
Don't you have a giveaway to tell them about?
Well, it's the raffle,
Oh, the raffle thing.
yeah, the Stamperia stuff. Yeah. So we have a raffle going on in our VIP group right now. It's $2 per ticket. And we're giving away a paper pad, 10 rice papers, and some adhesive stickers.
Let me move my stuff over so she can show y'all that.
So we have 16 tickets left. Once we sell those 16 tickets, we'll do the drawing. But for $2, you can't beat, really.
Not if you win.
Stuff, because the paper itself is $10.
All right.
You didn't have to completely move out.
Well, I didn't want to be in the way.
Paper.
So it's a coordinating set. It's all the rice papers from the Blue Land group. Oh, that's a double. So not that one. So $2 will get you a raffle ticket. And if you win, you get all of that.
And the link is up in the description of the video.
Yeah, so be sure to go get your raffle ticket for that, because that's gonna be a fun collection to play with. This is adhesive paper. I don't think I've played with any of this yet. But then you've got all your rice papers. Alright. Well, if nobody has any questions and nobody's hanging out, I guess that's going to be it for this week's video. If you have any ideas about the kinds of things you would like to see or would like to know how to use, just let us know. And we will see you again next time.
For sure.
All right. Y'all have a good weekend.